Hey guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you a last minute Halloween idea, showing you how to create this glittery spiderweb. So I started with this smoky eye, but honestly you can start with any eyeshadow look you want to go for. It doesn't have to be dramatic, but I decided to go for smoky eye. Then what you want to do as your first step is create a wing liner. Now if you struggle with creating the perfect wing liner, you can also just create a simple line. Because this line is going to be the first line of the spider web. So it doesn't necessarily have to be perfect, but I thought for this eye look, I actually thought it would be cool to kind of like transform the wing liner into one of the lines of the spider web. But if you don't want to do like a specific wing liner, you can also just create a simple line. Then I'm going to create the second line, and actually I'm using a liquid eyeliner pen. The one I'm using is by Ofra Cosmetics. You can use any brand that you like. You actually have so many different kind of eyeliners that you can use. You can use a simple pencil. But I personally prefer a liquid liner like this one since it has a really precise point and just really easy to work with. I'm using the Ofra Cosmetics one. It's actually one of my favorites to create my wing liner, so that's why I used it for this step. But I will make sure to put all the products I'm using today in the description bar in case you want to know what specific products I'm using. But just use a product that you think will work for you, which will help you, especially if you don't really have a really steady hand. Just use something that will make it a lot more easier for you. So now I'm going to create the lines which will kind of like transform this into a spider web. And you want to make sure when you create these lines that they bend a little bit. I don't really know how to explain that in English since my birth language is Dutch, but you can see I'm not creating like a straight line. It has a little bit of a bend in it, if that makes sense. If any one of you can explain me how I should explain this, definitely let me know in the comments. But yeah, hopefully by seeing me doing it, it kind of makes sense. So first I create like a simple line, and then later I went over it to kind of make the line a little bit thicker. Just take your time with this. And now I also decided to kind of drag the line of the wing liner a little bit further because I noticed it actually was a bit too short for what I wanted to do. So now I'm going to create more lines, and these are also going to be the last lines. Just kind of connecting the end of the lines we created and then dragging a line towards the other line. So let me know in the comments if you guys are gonna celebrate Halloween this year. I know this has been such a crazy year, and actually in my previous video where I did a kind of Halloween inspired makeup look, a lot of people told me they are not gonna celebrate Halloween this year, which I can totally understand because most of the time a lot of people are coming together, so maybe you think it's not really worth to do all the makeup when you're just staying at home. But hopefully this look will give you some inspiration for if you still want to do something but not too crazy. I think this is actually one of my favorite Halloween things I've done just because it's so simple, but it looks so cool with the glitters on it. So after creating the base of the spider web, I'm actually going to use little glitters. And the one I'm using is a holographic glitter from NYX Cosmetics, and I'm using a really tiny brush. This is actually a eyeliner brush. So what I did, I dipped it into a glitter glue. I created kind of like a layer on top of the spiderweb lines, which is invisible because the glitter glue is invisible. But you want to make the lines a little bit sticky. Then you dip your brush into the glitters, and then you kind of press it on top of the lines that we created. And it's actually super easy. The only thing you want to make sure of is that you only apply the glue on top of the spiderweb lines. This way the glitters are only gonna stick on there. And if you mess it up and there's a little bit glitter next to it, it's gonna fall off easier because there's no glue over there. So it's not gonna stick anywhere else, if that makes sense. So you want to take your time with this if you want it to look as precise as possible. And then here you can see how it looked at the end. I think now that I look back at it, I wish I also used the glitter on top of the wing liner, like that little part. But yeah, I really hope you all enjoyed. Let me know if you're gonna try it out. Let me know if you're gonna celebrate Halloween this year. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and hopefully I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys!